Hi, welcome to Talking in Stations. I am Matterall. Yeah, we're here with CCP. You can see there's CCP Dopamine and Goodfella and Ruffige. They're all saying hello to you. I'm also joined by TISers Arisa, Elkin, and Carneros. How are you guys?
Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
Awesome.
Goodfella.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Ruffige, let's hear your voice.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Do
All right.
you hear me?
I can hear
Excellent.
you.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Great to be here.
Yeah, at CCP in the workroom there. Hey, and Carneros made the camera.
Whoop.
All right, so we're celebrating the fact that FanFest is back after being gone for about 2 years. Actually, it feels like 3 because you took a world tour there. So you did end up in Iceland, but you were traveling the world. Wait, you didn't end up in Iceland, did you? Did you guys have to skip Iceland?
Yeah, we didn't go to Iceland, so
That's part of the 2 years. Okay.
Yeah, by the time we'll have FanFest next year, there'll be 4 years since the last FanFest in Iceland. It's crazy.
Wow. All right. Well, tell us about what's going on there in Iceland and what's exciting about this next FanFest.
Yeah, who wants to start? Dopamine or Ruffige?
Yeah,
Dopamine looks frozen.
Am I?
Yeah, I think you can.
I'm definitely frozen on stream, but I can see myself moving on Discord. Let me try fixing my camera very quickly.
Yeah, oh, it's all right. You're frozen with a good smug smile.
You look good. Well, one exciting thing is at least we're going back to Laugardalshöll Arena. There's actually been quite a good warm-up there in the past months, and this is the place which have seen some legendary FanFest in the past. So I think that's one of many kind of exciting factors about FanFest this year is Laugardalshöll Arena, great venue here in Ruffige. So I'm at least very excited about that.
Yeah. I was
help us? Can you help us learn how to pronounce that? Is it Laugardalshöll? Something like that?
Something like that. Yeah, we'll have courses on it in the near distant future for people to be able to pronounce it when they get lost after some pub crawls and everything.
Can we just get a nickname for it?
Yeah, the arena.
Arena, okay. This is where FanFest was held before Iceland built that beautiful big building
Harpa.
in the, what's it called?
Before the Harpa.
Harpa, right. The Harpa building that you guys started to use for FanFest after that. So this is the one before that, but this is not like the first FanFest building, is it?
No, so this is, and actually since it was held at FanFest before, held at Laugardalshöll before, Laugardalshöll has been greatly renovated. It's a great looking place at the moment. For those that are, I don't know if there are any League of Legends fans listening or watching, but this is the place where Riot Games are hosting the Worlds at the moment. It's looking great, that event, and we were also the only reason they're having it there is to warm the place up for FanFest. They're kind enough to do us a favor, but and that will also benefit us. Like, we are turning Laugardalshöll into a space station. It will look and feel that way. It's going to be a really good event.
Oh, that's interesting. So if it's good enough for League of Legends, it's going to be good enough for EVE Online.
Yeah, exactly. It's a super cool venue, and it's downtown. It's not center downtown like Harpa, but you're in great proximity to hotels, to downtown area, and other nice places.
Yeah,
and that place, Laugardalshöll, the arena, it will give us also much more flexibility in terms of the layout of everything, the tournaments, the presentations, the round tables, just the walk around area, and where you can get drinks and food and everything. So it's going to be good.
So good proximity to everything. I'm actually, Ruffige, I am very excited about the possibility of going back to the previous FanFest place, because a lot of people were missing that. I remember them talking about that was a good place for the FanFest. I wonder why that was compared to Harpa.
Sorry, yeah. So you're looking forward to going back now to the arena one?
Yes, going
Exactly.
back.
Yeah. So we think alike on that front.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, like you were talking about, like was this the place that Fanfest started? And obviously it's not. It started smaller. It started like in 2004 on a second floor of a pub downtown, which actually still exists. So you can visit that as well. And then it moved around a little bit in the downtown area, but once it reached a certain size, it went to the Laugardalshöll Arena. And I think, as Goodfella was talking about, this like provides us with so many opportunities. We were feeling really good at Harpa. Harpa is a really nice venue as well, and that's a place where a lot of tourists come and visit. But the Laugardalshöll Arena can make this more special and unique for us as a fan fest, I would say.
Yeah. Plus, it has historical value. A lot of big announcements were made there. You know, some of the best stuff that we remember over the years.
Yeah, I think it's nostalgic for the players to go back to the roots, and like I said, I can't wait also to meet players there. It's going to be super good.
All right, so what do you guys have on the docket? What are you guys going to be doing? You were saying earlier, Seamus, there was presentations and a lot of other things. You have special appearance. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're. I mean, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. There will be a legendary EVE prop call, part at the top of the world, presentations, roundtables. But what we're going to leave heavy into is a bunch of side events, like allowing players to choose what they want to do during the day. So whilst the conference will be a 2-day event, there will be a bunch of side events from 5th to 8th of May for EVE players to meet each other, meet developers, do fun things, and sort of control their own time as well.
Great. And
will it be possible for players to apply for some of those speaking engagements, like do a presentation?
Absolutely, it would be awesome to get good player presentations, and we will also have guest presentations. For example, Scott Manley is joining us. He was obviously going to come to FanFest 2020, and we all know how that ended up going. But he is super keen on coming back and giving us an insight into some crazy rocket science stuff.
So Scott Manley, for those people that don't know, does a lot of, he talks a lot about rockets and actual real life space issues and travel and all that stuff. It's kind of funny. It's very closely related to EVE Online. We have a room inside of our Discord that is just for real life tech like that, because people like watching rockets launch and stuff. And so that's his YouTube channel, which is huge, but he's also done some EVE history because he was a player and was interested in EVE Online. And actually recently he, I believe he donated a ship to charity for a drive, which is nice. So he's around EVE. All right, Dopamine still looks angry on...
Am I back online? What's going on?
I can see.
I do apologize.
I can see you just...
Awesome.
Yeah, I can see you sneering at the technology, but you look fine. If you want to talk, we can hear you.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys already covered. Obviously, we're also going to have some competitive play at EVE Fanfest. Back during the World Tour, we kind of came out with the 2v2 format for the Invasion World Tour. And since then, we kind of wanted to really, do the global finals, collecting all of the teams that won in each of the locations and really seeing who is the best out of the best out there. And I'm frozen again, am I?
We can hear you.
It's all right, we can hear you. Put a picture of you up.
It's okay.
Camera doesn't want to cooperate.
It worked great before.
Hey,
Dopamine, go talk through Ruffige's camera.
Yeah.
This is what I mentioned. This is a very important.
All right. Well,
module to put on here.
Your mic is now wide open though, so
I'm gonna server mute him just to check this here.
All right, take them off.
He's been like that all day. It's like, so excited.
All right, so FanFest is back. It's in its old place, which is really cool because it has historical value. A place that's big enough to host League of Legends, one of their, what is it, international tournaments that they're having or something?
Yeah, the world's basically the
World
biggest
Series?
esports event of the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Hey, that's good for Iceland, right? To be able to host.
it's awesome.
What's
So they came for the, I think it's called the mid-tier tournament earlier this year, and hosted the tournament for League there, and then they're coming back now. Changed plans because of COVID, and they knew how awesome it was to be in Iceland. So it's really good for Iceland as a esport and gaming center.
Yeah. So well, it's a beautiful
Nice.
place, great destination. If you're a video game player, it might be a great destination in addition to whatever it is you're going to do. So if you're going to FanFest, that might be an excuse just to get you to Iceland.
Yeah, and on that note, obviously with COVID going on, there is some people may have concerns with travel, totally understandable, and we will just be pretty strict on that. We follow the local health advice at all times. We will be requiring vaccinations for people entering, and that is just in compliance also with the local law. People that are entering Iceland need to show proof of vaccination or they have to quarantine. And we may even, depending on how things develop, just have also rapid testing outside. We want everybody to feel safe and comfortable, so we are able to hug each other and have fun inside the arena.
Right. All right. If Arcia or Carneros didn't have anything,
I remember my first EVE Fanfest. I've been to 5 of them, and my first one was at Laugardalshöll, or whatever you call the place, the arena. Okay.
the arena.
And I had, and it was great. It was overwhelming at the time. I was trying to process Iceland. I was trying to process EVE still. I'd only been playing for like a couple years. I felt like a complete beginner. And, there are these old timers who've been playing since the beginning. But I look back on it now with this great nostalgia, and I get a kick out of thinking about going back there again. Does this mean that we're not going to use Harpa anymore in the future?
There are no plans for the future in terms of where we will go. Obviously, now we're celebrating on the 6th of May when we start the conference. We will be celebrating Eve's birthday, Eve's 19th birthday to be precise. Obviously, looking at the banger Eve's 20th anniversary the year after, but it would be premature to talk about any plans for that given how things develop and how everything is going. So we're focusing on a kick-ass space station in the arena event for Eve's 19th birthday.
Arcia, have you been to FanFest?
No. I went to FanFest in Iceland once in 2016, and it was like right after the MR tournament because I was one of the teams that lost. I was like a match away from being in the finals. So we decided to go anyway, our team, and it was pretty fun, but I had a lot of social anxiety back then, so I kind of just hung around the people I knew.
Oh, is all that cleared up? Social anxiety?
A little bit.
From streaming and being exposed to people?
Much.
Yeah.
I saw a good question in chat about the if we're going to from Lasers and Lace, shout out if we're going to be following what London is doing. I actually think it's a super cool idea what London is doing. I don't know if you guys saw it, but they have like different colored badges where people have like green if they're willing to hug, yellow if they're willing to fist bump, and red if they want to have their own space. I think it's a super cool idea.
So you're talking about COVID protections. You can display what you're up for so that people can negotiate themselves better.
Yeah, I think it's a really elegant way of showing.
Yeah. And Goodfella, what color are you going to be wearing? Are you up for hugs?
Yeah, dark green.
That's green. Gate is green for a hug.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
So you might do
So
that. You
now-
might adopt that. Cool. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Carneros.
it's a cool idea, and like to each their own. Absolutely, totally understand. Given everything that people want to, stay away a bit, and like I said, we will be keeping that in mind to make everybody feel good and safe in the arena.
So for the people who are excited and are off getting hotel rooms and flights right now, how early do you recommend they come in, and how late should they stay? Any advice on that?
Yeah, Ruffige, do you want to take that one?
It would be a missed opportunity to visit Iceland without spending a few extra days in the city and just the surroundings of the city as well. You can take so many short excursions and just see the sights. And of course, Reykjavik is a small city, but very vibrant one. And so I would recommend 2 days before, 2 days after, if possible. But otherwise, you manage to do a lot in a few days.
Yeah,
But it's better to add the days before rather than after. That's what Teddy's saying in chat, and I kind of agree.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that after FanFest you are gonna be tired. So if there is any traveling or sightseeing that you really wanna do, it's better to offload it before. And honestly, there's gonna be a bunch of people coming back earlier, so you can easily get into the groups, go visit the Golden Circle, or visit one of the very nice swimming pools around, and just have a good time before all of the celebrities, from FanFest will actually start.
Is there likely still to have a volcano erupting, or is that probably gone by then?
So because of the power suction device to keep no downtime running, not joking, the day that the power suction device was used to power downtime, the volcano started slowly fizzling out.
No.
Obviously that can quickly change. Yeah, the day of
That's
the
amazing.
volcano started fizzling out.
That said, don't be surprised if something happens on day of FanFest
Yeah,
with the
exactly.
volcano. Like nothing to do with us, but don't be surprised if something goes off there.
Yeah, maybe we have some ceremony with CCP convict. Like we see. Maybe we can see what happens.
He's still in there, right?
Sacrificing for the volcano.
You will notice that he's not on camera this morning, guys.
I can attest that he's well and alive, working on getting the 80 production in place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Well.
But
blow 'em up in spaceships. So
Iceland obviously has fantastic sites, and whether the volcano will still be alive and kicking then, or if there will be another volcano, or whatever, there's great sites to see, and you'll be able to see a newly erupted volcano as well, and we will also be catering to players for that, having guided or self-guided tours the day before and after the conference, so people can meet EVE players and travel together to see the beautiful sights of Iceland.
It's also worth noting, because Reykjavik is a rather small city, so the festival, EVE Fanfest, always puts a color on the city. You can really go downtown, you can browse to the bars, and the people in the city, they kind of are accustomed to the festival. So they know, okay, there's a FanFest in town, if things are going on, and you will meet fellow players all around the city. So the event really puts a mark on the city, and you can really feel that it's being celebrated by the locals, but also, of course, by the people coming in. So you don't get lost like in a big city. It really takes over part of what's happening in the city and puts a nice feel to it.
Yeah, I've heard that.
EVE players take over Reykjavik.
Well, I've heard that the locals are pretty nice to them and understand that they're there. They don't get bad looks. Like, what are you doing in my town? It's relatively.
Not at all. It's a celebration for Reykjavik as well. Like 100%. It's awesome.
So, what about location? Do you think? What kind of location do you think people should try to book a hotel at? Should they aim for more towards the stadium or downtown by the bars?
Elta, do you want to take it?
Well, I would always go downtown personally because it's just nicer in so many ways, livelier, and it's very short from the arena. So it's not like you're going anywhere off from the arena as such. You just wouldn't be able to walk there, or you would, but it would take you like probably 25 minutes or something like that. So like my recommendation would be like there's more variety in both accommodation, food, and the bars and all that in downtown. It's a short
So
ride
what?
to the arena. But that said, there are also possibilities just on the street above the arena. Many good hotels, including the Hilton. So you kind of have the option, but then of course you would have to do it all the way around, then go downtown and then back up to the hotel if you wanna do something after the conference ends in the night or something like that.
One of the memories I have from FanFest 2016 is like between the FanFest itself, I learned how to use the app for the bus to get around Iceland. And I think I still have it on my phone. It was actually pretty fun with you just like show them the phone.
Yeah, the bus system is very solid, exactly, and worth also noting that we have now electric scooters, public electric scooters that you can download an app and hop on. So all Icelanders are going crazy now, hopping around town on electric scooters, which make commute super nice, especially in the springtime.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes on a scooter probably from that downtown to the arena.
Yeah, maybe if you go on CCP Ruffige speed, like for normal people, it's like 5 minutes.
But that's it. Like on the FanFest website, because we've done this before. Like we are offering, for example, discount on some of the trips, excursions, stuff like that, and accommodation. And we worked with, for example, Center Hotels in the past because obviously, like when it's at Harpa, being downtown is just very much, there's no question about it. You would stay downtown. So there are, for example, the Central Plaza has always been packed with EVE players around FanFest, and I would expect that this year as well. So if you want to take advantage of that or look at some of the discounts being offered, just visit the FanFest page, and then I think they are offering 20% discount on accommodation, which means more money for beer and food. So.
For crawling. Go ahead, Carneros.
Crawling, you know. Although they, for example, often really good deals and hotels.
Yeah.
Okay, the dev blog mentions a charity dinner. Are you ready to announce who the charity will be this year?
Not yet. It was a great question. We will probably be having a separate beat in December, hopefully, where we give more detail into these extra events. For now, we want to just have focus on ticket sales and the event itself, and then there's a bunch more things coming, allowing people to choose what they want to do over the period.
Okay, if you're hanging out in Reykjavik, before the show or whatever, is there a bar downtown where you're more likely to just happen to glance over and see a CCP dev, drinking?
A celebrity
afterward?
dev.
Yeah. Where do you go for celebrity sightings?
Yeah,
I
celebrity
live in Los Angeles, like Matterall, so we like seeing celebrity sightings in the wild.
I'm lifting weights near Ben Affleck later today, but go ahead.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good question. I think in general there are different bars that the local developers, go to just as a casual thing. But for FanFest, we'll definitely have some beacons where people can meet and have a great probability of meeting both EVE players and developers. For me personally, like Runken is a big favorite bar here downtown. It's solid choices of things to drink. Runken.
How do you spell that?
Won't matter. Won't matter.
It's R. And then you go with a special Icelandic letter called Ö, which is O with a double dot over it, and then NTGEN. But that's actually run by CCP dev. So
CCP Curtis.
CCP Curtis, which has probably met many of you
I remember
in the
him.
past around the world. And that's a great bar. Porréttabarinn is another popular one, but this question actually might prompt us to make a list of some of the favorite bars frequented by us devs. I mean, I'm a family man, so I don't go to the bars, of course, but I can see what my friends here can come up with, because there are some spots that are frequented by EVE devs for sure.
Yeah, but I want to second CCP Goodfella here. I think, FanFest, it's all about you guys. And even though we might have our own, places that we normally gravitate towards, we are going to be coming out in force and trying to meet you in all of those different locations that you want to be hanging out and the locations that you want to be exploring.
Exactly.
So for any natural sightings of devs, I think you don't have to worry about it. We are going to be everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. And also worth noting this on this note, where if people have, this is a community event, and we are all ears when it comes to ideas or anything. So reach out to the community team or us on Twitter or whatever, because this is just an event that we're doing together with the community.
So in the viewers here, Blood Spartan says he's never been to a gathering. He wants to go. Would you encourage people to go to this as their first?
Yeah, I think I can't fucking wait for this event. We went to the world tour where we went to 9 countries, 9 cities in 9 countries in 9 months. It was crazy. Yeah. And then immediately after that, nothing for now, 1.5, 2 years. So it's going to be so good to be able to meet players and talk about EVE and anything. And it's obviously the company is also pushing. CCP is super excited for this event. This is equally as exciting for us to be able to meet with players and discuss.
And this will be the first FanFest since you moved into your new building too, right?
That's right.
Yes, sir.
A lot of big changes for you guys.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
But yeah, if anybody is really wondering, should I go to FanFest as my first event? The answer is absolutely yes. There always needs to be that first one, and I think FanFest is, the essence of what EVE Online player gatherings are. And if you have the opportunity, I can only strongly encourage it. Obviously, travel to Iceland, it's not something everybody has the luxury to do. I think we need to be honest in saying that Reykjavik is quite pricey. So in those situations, we have a bunch of different gatherings that are happening regularly. Europe, Canada, US, Australia. With our Fleet Up program, we're trying our best to really try and raise awareness of it, because we understand that those gatherings are extremely important to you guys. And what's better way to nerd out and talk about spaceships than doing it in a pub, having a pint, and really meeting your mates in real life for the first time.
And you guys support those very well. Even if you're not officially supporting them, you guys will support them in other ways too. But FanFest really is the home of the origin of the game, basically. So you get all the devs. The possibility, you're not sending 200 devs to EVE Vegas. This is this is the whole company's headquarters. So you have a chance to see all that. But what I'm fascinated by, I haven't been to Iceland FanFest yet. I got invited in 2005 and 2006 with a friend. I didn't even play EVE at the time, but he was so hyped that he was like, this is an amazing game, amazing people, way back then. And it's only grown since then. But so people are coming to Iceland. When's the best time to buy a ticket?
ASAP.
No.
Right now, right?
Yeah, honestly, we have a super early bird ticket sale going on right now. I think we can pretty confidently say that we are currently setting a record for the pace of ticket sales already. So we're monitoring it. It's live, and it's going super well so far. So I would honestly hurry up and buy.
Do it in the next few minutes. There's a link inside.
very
For
well
the best
done.
prices and some special goodies that comes along with the first tickets, then obviously jump on the we call it the super early bird offer, which moves then to the early bird, which is not as appealing in terms of price and extra stuff, but still appealing. But right now is definitely the time, and also then you can start planning for all the fun ahead.
Are there any deals or discounts through Iceland Air for flights?
Yeah, actually, Icelandair is working with us, so they're offering 10% discount on flights for a limited time. So they are running this offer now for the next couple of weeks, and this can really mean a difference. Like obviously, you get better prices on both accommodation and hotels if you book early, and then you can get some of these discounts both with Icelandair and some hotels on top of that as well. Just visit the Fanfest website for either the links or the code you would have to use. In terms of Icelandair, you would have to use a special code, and then you can use that for the next couple of weeks to get like 10% discount on those tickets. Which of course, can you get the Fanfest ticket for the best price and the discount if you opt in early for the festivity.
Earlier the better. All right. Go ahead, Carneros. Do you have anything else?
I mean, excellent. Okay, if you're in a bar and you see CCP Convict or CCP Dopamine or CCP Helmar sitting there, what's proper etiquette? Do
Or
you
Arcia.
say hi? Do you ask for a selfie with them? Do you just send a drink over to their table and don't bother them? What's proper etiquette?
So there's this current theme I'm sensing with Carneros and like asking
Yeah,
questions
I know,
about
watch
the
out.
bars. Right?
How do you properly stalk a CCPer?
It's like, what are the best bars? So about the bars, when I'm in the bar.
We are all like responsible family men. We don't do the bars, you know. We are there for the presentations, you know.
No. But jokes aside, I think Kamil can probably add to this. But like the devs are, like I mentioned before, equally, if not more, excited to meet with the players. So if you spot a dev in during FanFest at the bars, at the venue, whatever, just walk up to them and say hi. That is would be my recommendation.
Absolutely, I can only second that. Again, what's very interesting that for us working in the community, we get those experiences to kind of travel around and meet you guys in different places. For a lot of devs, this is the only time they really get to interact in a more casual manner with the players. So believe me when I say they're extremely excited just to have people coming up to them, saying hi, sharing stories about the things they achieved in EVE Online, telling them what they love about it, and equally telling them what they would maybe see, change or improve in a professional manner suggestion. But if you've seen us in the pub, if you see us on the street, give us a high five, tell us who you are, who you're flying with, and then maybe we can have some fun together.
Yeah, and also worth calling out is like we are just also humans, and most of us are probably equally, if not more shy than EVE players. So help us also by talking to us during the event. You
look kind of driftery to me right now, though. I don't know if you're all human, but if you have some AI there too. But what's funny? I heard that you guys, from players, I've heard that because everybody kind of like can rally around a CCPer because they're exposed to the public and it's a many-to-one relationship. But when you guys meet players, I've heard that you're just as excited to meet some of the players as they are to meet you, which I think is kind of interesting.
100%. It's just, I don't know, adrenaline shot or something to be able to meet players and discuss it with them and hear what they have to say and just talk to them as humans. Super fun. I think you'll all be surprised at how tall Arcia is, because I have seen her in real life.
I'm 5'9". That's not that tall.
Well, I thought you were only this big.
Okay, if your wife or husband or girlfriend or boyfriend or your mother wants to come with you to FanFest, but doesn't play EVE, Are they going to still have fun? There used to be a program called Sisters of Eve back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Is there likely to be anything like that this time?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. So whatever exactly the naming or branding will end up being, like I mentioned, we want to create good side events for people to be able to enjoy Iceland and each other's company. So there's definitely going to be great opportunities for people to bring their spouses or friends or whatever to meet, and also just in the arena, in the space station that it will be. It will be great for people to see there and just take EVE in. You don't need to be an EVE expert by any means to enjoy the atmosphere there and all the excitement.